All right guys, Tyler and I here at Emerald City Guitars on a rainy Seattle day with my pick of the day, this absolutely tremendous 1954 Fender Telecaster. Now, if you're watching these videos and you're a subscriber to our channel, you probably know all about blackguards, so I'm gonna skip over some of the more general specifications. But yeah, blackguard Telecasters. They were the first Spanish-style electric guitars from Fender. They came out in 1950 and ran until 54. This is obviously one of the later ones. So all blackguards are obviously cool, but 54s were particularly cool. It was sort of a transitional year of sorts, basically due to the fact that there were some big changes going on at Fender. So 1954, as we know, the first year of the Stratocaster, the brand new, exciting new flagship model for Fender that came out at the time. And in the factory that year, the Strat definitely got most of the attention. It's actually much more common to see a 1952 or 53 blackguard rather than the 54, just because the production numbers were so much lower in 54 due to the popularity of the Strat. So this guitar is conclusively from April 1954. The neck is dated 454 and also has Tadeo Gomez's signature on it. Body is also 454. Actually, inside the electronic cavity here, there's a little piece of masking tape signed by Gloria, the wonderful Gloria. That's actually dated April 3rd. Of 1954. So this is particularly cool because right around this time in early summer of 54 was when a lot of these changes for the Telecaster started. As you'll notice on this model, we have steel saddles here. On most blackguards, we'd expect to see brass, and we did. This is probably the earliest steel saddle blackguard that I've ever seen. So in the month or two after this specific guitar was made, we'll start to see our first white guards on Telecasters. Although it wasn't a cut and dry transition, there was blackguards used on and off on stock Telecasters as late as, into late 55 in some cases, although most of the later ones are Esquires for some reason. So a couple more changes that happened in 1954 actually happened later in the year, but one of which is the finish. They reformulated their translucent sort of blonde finish to be a little bit more white, not quite as yellow as this. So that's what we'll see on late 54 Telecasters and of course all the white guards. Another major change that happened at the same time was they moved the serial number from this stamp here on the bridge plate to a stamp on the neck plate, which at that time was standard on the Stratocaster as well. So they just did it on both their Spanish models. Now this guitar in particular is just about the perfect weight as far as my tastes go, just a hair over 6.5 pounds. So it's not too bad on the back at all. The neck profile is amazing. Sometimes in 54, specifically later, you get huge, huge baseball bats, even bigger than the 53s. But this one is so comfortable, just barely chunky, closer to a 52. This particular Tele has had a refret done as well as a new nut, but that's pretty much expected for a guitar this age that's been played at all. Other than that, the volume pot has been replaced, but whoever did it sourced an original early 50s Stackpole pot, just like the original. I opened up earlier today and checked it out. I mean, even the patina is dead on. They look exactly how they should. So the capacitor for the tone control is the original one. However, the other capacitor in the circuit, it's the one that's wired directly to the switch and that you'll hear when the switch is in the far forward position. That has been changed to a blue and white sort of phone book style cap. It is original 50s. It's something you'd see on a Strat starting around 1957 or so. So there are those two things that changed, but whoever did it sourced really early original parts anyway. So it still has that mojo if you believe in such thing. So I've been blessed to have played a ton of blackguards and they're all great, great guitars, but every once in a while, one will come by that really just blows you away and kind of reminds you why these are so revered and so special, and this is definitely one of them. It is just a fantastic guitar. It would be a great centerpiece for any collection. The wear on this guitar is just about perfect, I swear. It's like the ones that they model the relics after. It's just everything you want in a blackguard. Not to mention, it plays amazing, it sounds amazing. So let's plug it in and you can hear it for yourself. So today we're plugging into this 1973 Fender Super-Six. It's basically like a beefed up twin reverb except with 610 speaker configuration. It is giant, as you can see. It weighs about 400,000 pounds, but they sound fantastic. They're great studio amps. So yeah, let's get it going. All right, guys, there you have it. This beautiful 1954 Fender Telecaster down here at Emerald City Guitars through the 73 Super-Six. Come on down, check them both out. We'll see you next time.